Well, welcome to Spiritual Disciplines and Spiritual Warfare. My name is Dr. Joel Badal, and I will be serving as your professor for these next 8 weeks that we have together. This is a graduate school course, and so it's going to be filled with a lot of reading and processing those books into the assessments that have been planned for you in terms of completion of the course. The course description is an analysis of the spiritual disciplines and spiritual enemies of the believer. It includes a study on the correct motivation, goals, and practice of disciplines. So what we're speaking about there is spiritual disciplines that you can do in your Christian life. So this course also includes a study on how to live victoriously in spiritual battles. So this is the focus, and we are hoping that you're going to be encouraged by this as we study together. We have a few selected readings that you are encouraged to purchase, and they will make up the assessments for the course. Neil Anderson's book, The Bondage Breaker, has been out for many years now. It's been updated recently, and it's at least a book to prompt us about being aware of spiritual battles and spiritual enemies. Scott Moreau, Essentials of Spiritual Warfare, is probably another classic book developed in 2008. This is a good book on more and less looking at the theology of spiritual warfare. And one of my favorites would be Don Whitney in The Spiritual Disciplines for the Christian Life. This has become a classic in its own right, and Don is still living today, and so he is still contributing to Christian education and currently teaching at Midwestern Theological Seminary. Then, lastly, we have Bill Thrasher, the one who developed this course in terms of its theology, direction, and goals, has provided us a helpful PDF that you can download for your own record, How to be a Winner in Your Spiritual Battles. So you want to make sure that you can save that for a future use in the months and years to come. Okay, students, I also want to make you aware of the weighted scores concerning each of the projects and the assignments. It's really important that you understand that while there are points, that the weighted score increases the overall importance of that assessment for the final grade that you're going to receive. For example, if you look at the class participation in the discussion boards, that's worth 13%. But if you let your eyes drop down the columns there and you see, for example, Anderson's book report is worth 15%, so it's a little bit higher. And then your personal plan for disciplines is a 15%. So right there is 30% of your total weighted score. And if you're to potentially not finish one of those assignments, it's going to really decrease your overall score or your possibility of passing the course. So be aware of that. You want to stay on target for each of the weeks as we move ahead over these next weeks together. If for some reason you run into some challenges, which we all do from time to time, it's important that you get in contact with me as soon as possible. I have listed my contact information in Canvas. I haven't done so here on the video for security purposes, but if you can go on Canvas, you will see this video there linked to YouTube, but you'll see in Canvas my email and telephone number, and I would be glad to work with you. Also available by Zoom and Microsoft Teams. If you're international, you need to connect with me during off hours. I'd be glad to schedule an appointment with you for help or prayer or even talking about the class visually, and I'd be glad to do so. So I'm here to assist and help and guide you through this course. My hope is that the Lord would stir this content into your life and that you would be challenged by reading of the books and encouraged in your ministry and theological development.